Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Right now, we're doing a question-answer session. I went on Twitter and I asked if people would give me questions to ask my mom. How many? Now you.
I'm CaptainSparklez' mom.
They might have seen the Minecraft videos
Okay,
we've done.
just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Now you would, when I told you I'm going to go on, you're like, how am I going to get the questions?
Yeah.
And when I told you that I was going to go on Twitter, you're like, man, isn't this going to take like several days to get answers to things? Are we going to have to wait a long time?
God.
So I tweeted about, let's see, how many minutes ago? I tweeted 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
How many responses do you think we've gotten so far?
10?
461.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Okay, well actually, we'll start off with
Okay.
one from another YouTuber, James. He does cool animations and
Okay.
stuff, and it's... Anyway, so
Okay.
he asked, what's the worst thing that Jordan did as a child?
Oh, man. There were so many. I'm not sure I can come up with one. What do you think, the worst thing he did to me or the most naughty
It just says
thing?
the worst thing Jordan did as a child besides wetting
Okay.
the bed.
Oh, no. This isn't the worst at all behavior. It's just something that I will always remember. Jordan had a Razor scooter. And the Razor scooters were really in right then. I can't remember how old you were. You weren't that old. But
Third grade? Fourth grade?
no, second or third.
Oh, okay.
And he and a friend
Oh,
were
this.
in the driveway.
That's not bad behavior. That's not consistent
Okay,
bad
you
behavior. That was
said
a
the worst
one-time...
thing. No, the worst thing. This is my version, the worst thing. So he and his friend were using their scooters to toss them in the air to see who could toss the scooter in the air the highest. And Jordan tossed his Razor scooter in the air and landed right on his head and just gashed him and sliced his head open.
Don't ask why I did this, because I have no idea.
It was so sad, and we had to go to the ER, and he had to get a horrible shot right into the wound.
And the doctor said it was numbing cream.
It was a numbing shot right into the wound, then they had to stitch up his head. And I said, why were you throwing your Razor scooter into the air? We were having a competition to see who could toss it up the highest.
Ay, ay,
So
ay.
anyway,
That was the worst thing. Okay.
that was the worst thing.
So that was question number 1.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm sorry if you did ask a question. Many hundreds of responses have taken place, so we're unfortunately not going to be able to get to all of them.
Right.
But let's see. Do you have a most enjoyable moment ever that you can recollect?
With you?
Probably my birth.
With you?
Yeah.
Well, your birth was not, yeah, it was painful. But,
Nope, that wasn't it. Nope,
enjoyable.
didn't enjoy that.
my most greatest enjoyment memories with you are actually your entire years between 0 to 5.
Okay, and after that, it all went down.
It all went downhill after 5.
Bummer.
But no, my favorite years though were, pick any day when you were a baby,
Okay.
any day when you were a baby or up till 5. That isn't to say there weren't moments after.
It was all terrible after
No,
that, unfortunately. Okay.
But yeah, you were a very charming little boy. So
Only when I was younger,
only
though.
when he was
and then I
younger.
became awful
It was
and hard to be
downhill
around.
after 5.
Are you proud of Jordan's career?
I am so proud of Jordan's career and of Jordan as a human being. So yes. And when Jordan, can I tell the story? When you came to me and said, Mom, I'm dropping out of school.
It wasn't straight up, I'm going to drop out. I was thinking about it.
I'm using the words dropping out of school. Mom, how would you feel about me if I didn't go back to school? I don't want to go back to school and I'm going to do YouTube. And I said, no, that doesn't work for me. And you said, well, you can't make me. So,
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said you
I can't remember
make
exactly
me.
how it went.
I said, you're right, I can't make you, and good luck.
I mean, you
And-
did say, as soon as you're out of school, you were 100% on your own.
If you're not finishing
Yeah.
school, but that I want you to do whatever makes you happy. I've always said that, right?
You just didn't think it was very wise.
I thought it was not wise, but I always wanted you to do whatever you wanted to do that made you happy.
No, that's someone else. Did you ever doubt him when he went full-time on YouTube? So I guess that kind of covers it.
I'm a mother. I worried.
Did you, I can't remember, did you have a reaction to the name CaptainSparklez when you first heard it?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I thought it was odd and a little sparkly toned. Just not you. I didn't get it.
It's because it was recommended and dared.
And so you did it.
Yeah.
And now it's you.
Now it's me. I didn't really think that was gonna be a thing.
Better than the first name you had.
It was. I mean, that wouldn't have worked in any interviews or articles or anything like that.
No.
So, a silly question from a friend that was asking jokingly, he's a dude, if you approved of us dating, which isn't a thing. A lot of people
Of
on
us?
the internet.
Or
No.
you and
Me
him?
and him, it's a joke. But there are a lot of people. So there's this thing on the internet where if people like want to see two people together as a couple, regardless of their sexual orientation, who they prefer, they just want to see these people together. It's called shipping.
Shipping?
Shipping.
Which means...
It's just a term for like taking two people and like wanting them to be in a relationship with each other. Basically, at the end of the day, anyone who I make a video with or anyone who anyone makes a video with, there are people who are like, oh, I ship you two, which means I really want to see you together. And it doesn't matter if it's male, female.
How do you see them together?
What do you, like in a video?
Oh.
And then people will make posts being like, oh, I ship you, or they'll leave a comment on the video saying, I ship you too. And they come up with names for it, which are like hybridized versions.
Oh.
So his name is Syndicate, that's his alias, so they'll be like CaptainSparklez is the ship name for it.
Oh, cool.
And so...
That's a good one, CaptainSparklez.
Hi, Tom. Answered
So what is the question?
It was how, it
Do
was
I
the
want
joke.
to see you guys together?
No, it was how do you feel about us dating, which isn't it's not a thing. It's a joke. I figured that since he asked, I would at least acknowledge that he asked
As a joke,
the question.
sure.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, that's an interesting question. If I were to have been born female, what would my name have been?
Jordan.
Would it? You did it because you didn't want to have to.
No, here's the thing.
Had you not thought of it prior?
No, because I knew you were a boy from the minute I knew I was having a baby.
How could you possibly know that?
I just knew. There was no question. I knew that
You can't scientifically know that.
But I did, and that was your name.
So you had no alternative?
No, I had no alternatives. Only boys' names, and only one boy named
And
Jordan.
you knew Jordan like off the bat?
Right. And I knew I was having a boy, and this is my only child, so that was easy.
This is a really funny question because it's like wildly inaccurate given my past, but I've done these videos where as punishment for something, for like dying in a game, I'll eat like a spoonful of plain ketchup. But someone asked, do you hate ketchup as much as me? And you're going to say that given my past...
Do I hate ketchup as
but you're gonna
much
be like,
as you?
You're going to be like, he didn't hate ketchup when he was...
No, I hate ketchup. Is that the question? Do I hate ketchup?
Yeah.
I hate ketchup so much that if I smell it, I want to throw up. And if I get a speck on my skin, I have to go wash it off. I hate ketchup. Jordan loved ketchup as a baby.
What did I have it with?
Jordan loved baked salmon dipped in ketchup. And I used to just, it made me sick.
Did I have any stuffed animals when I was little?
Oh my God, I still have them in a box. Yes, Jordan had
What were they?
Okay, a green octopus. Do you remember it?
I don't think so.
Mr.
No.
Octi? And I still have him in a box as a little memento. And you had a little stuffed bear that Grandpa bought the day you were born.
Okay.
Which I saved. Those were the main ones. There were others. Jordan was not into stuffed animals at all, except for this green octopus and this bear.
Good to know.
And I still have them, should you be interested in seeing them.
I would, perhaps.
Yeah.
That can be arranged.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Ogden. Which trait of mine annoys you the most?
Are we being really honest here?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Well,
Tell me what to improve.
as a Jewish mother, I can say for a fact, he never calls me.
Oh.
He never calls me. Isn't that what...
I've gotten used to you initiating.
He never calls
and
me.
I've said that I'm going to try
and
to work on it.
what did I ask for a week ago?
Yeah, for me to text more often.
And what do I just want in the text?
Just a hi.
Hi. Just a hi.
I'll work on
Okay.
it. I'll work on it. Everyone wants embarrassing stories.
Jordan always wanted to do this sport, that sport, this sport. I said, fine, whatever you want to do. But then for a while you wanted to do a bunch of stuff, but you just never wanted to finish it when you were really young. So he wanted to do t-ball. And Jordan was not interested in t-ball or baseball. Were you whatsoever?
I can't remember
It
my
was
mindset
too boring
then.
for you.
Sure.
It was too boring. It was too slow. So he insisted on t-ball. So I said, fine, but this time you're just going to do the season. And so he said, he was out there in the outfield one day, and he kept saying, I'm really nauseous. I don't want to play anymore. I'm really nauseous. I don't.
And I was very
And I
nauseous.
said, sorry, you're going to finish the game. Stand out there.
And you thought it was an excuse to get out early.
The poor kid. I don't know if he threw up there, but the minute we got home, he threw up all over the rug. And I felt so guilty because he was really sick, but I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
I thought it
and
was
I think
an
we were like
excuse.
you were going to drop me off with Dad or something that day, and then we had to turn around.
Oh, and we
Because
lived
I
on
like
Paseo
threw
del
up.
Descanso.
I like threw up in the car.
And then
I
you
had to
threw
get
up-
out of the car, threw up on the curb, and then we were like, okay, this isn't
and then
happening.
you threw up on that Chinese rug, and I felt so bad.
Whoops.
Poor you.
Did anything worry you when I went to high school?
Did anything not worry me when you went to high school? Since I worry. You mean of things that might happen that
I don't
never
know.
happened?
The question doesn't get that specific.
I
People
know.
don't have that much
I
time.
guess like a lot of parents, what worried me was the possibility of like really getting into drugs and drinking. That's all.
That never happened.
I know. Thank goodness.
Even to this day, that
Thank goodness.
never happened.
Good for you.
Did you ever lose me as a child? I assume in like a public place.
Only in the library once. I was so nervous. You were really young. You were walking, but I don't know if you were 2, and the stacks are really long and tall, and you just kept running away from me, and I kept, oh my.
So you were trying to catch up, and I just like got away.
You would not let me near you, and I was so afraid you were going to get, it was big library in the stacks. That was the only time that I was like really concerned. You had just started walking, so maybe
Was
you
this
were,
at like LA
you
Public
weren't 2,
Library
you
or
were
something?
1. I don't know where it was. All I know is that was the one time I was afraid of losing you.
Okay.
And you were intentionally running away.
What did you think I would end up having as a career
Oh.
when I was younger?
Oh, first career, not that you would necessarily end up with it, but positive. You were going to try to go to become, to get in the NBA.
Let's talk about how realistic that. Did you actually think that was a real thing?
Who's the guy in the NBA that was
Muggsy Bogues?
Muggsy Bogues? This was going to be the next Muggsy Bogues.
Did you actually think that?
Oh, absolutely. For those of you that don't know, Jordan started playing basketball at 6 months old when he was sitting and crawling. But he played baby soccer by himself and then basketball, and was such a phenomena. Okay, I'm not being obnoxious bragging. He was such a phenom that we were at a birthday party when you were 2.5.
Okay.
And Vlade Divac from the Lakers, who was
This is an older player.
older player, you guys wouldn't know him, was at the party with his toddler, and he just couldn't get over you. He could not get over you. And he was like freakish at basketball and obsessed. Other kids were in the sandbox. You never played in the sandbox. I couldn't keep you off the basketball court. Remember?
Yeah.
I couldn't keep him off the basketball court, and all these big men were playing. This is when you were not quite 2. And you obsessively played until 13. 14.
around
Obsessive.
end of elementary school.
And
maybe.
I figured you for sure were going to just stay on that road and would want to get in the NBA, and you'd have to be
Genetics didn't really favor me.
I know, except there are those freaks. Okay.
In history.
Okay, what else? Then I thought he was for sure going to want to be a professional skateboarder. I was sure.
I can actively remember. Like I was good enough at a certain age to where that could have happened.
And I was sure that's what you would want to do. Then I thought the final thing was he wanted to be a chemical engineer. Mm-hmm. That was the last stop.
Man, I had a sports history.
A sports history.
How odd that it turned out nothing like that.
Or a scientist.
Yeah, it was with skateboarding. I was not able to bring myself to like risk the
doing
injury.
The flips.
Yeah, and then
basketball
was just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, but you lost interest
because it wasn't really in the cards. What was my first word?
Oh, okay. First word was ba for ball.
Basketball.
Jordan slept. Wait, this is TMI. Jordan slept in his crib. So this is even before age.
If this is TMI, it means you're going to say something embarrassing.
No, it's like people need to know. Jordan slept in a crib with a full-size, regular NBA-size, real basketball. That was his favorite toy in life. You couldn't lift it even, but you would have to have this basketball wherever you went.
You heard it here first. See, I was serious about basketball.
Everything was a ball. Ball, ba. Not ma, not da, but ba.
How were Jordan's grades throughout school, and did you ever have to talk to him about school?
Wow. I'm telling you the truth. No, what I had to do was tell him to just chill about school. And his grades were always straight A's. Always. And Jordan would come home from school, and he would not have a snack. He would not play until he did his homework.
On my own accord.
On his own accord, and he would come home, walk straight to his room. This is even grammar school, folks. Walk into his room, and I would go, could you just relax? You've been in school all day. Take a break. Nope, got to get my homework done. Then I'll take a break.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Paid off.
But then
paid off, folks. It paid off.
How did it pay off? I've done nothing having to do with school at all.
You're self-motivated.
Oh, self-motivated, yes.
Self-motivation.
But the actual schoolwork did not pay off at all.
No, but you didn't have any problem doing schoolwork. Wasn't a problem.
No,
whatsoever.
I like to get things done.
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing other things when there are things that have to be done on the agenda.
But you're really disciplined and you are self-motivated. Self-starter. I have one. What was what was Jordan's first job?
I think I've said in videos before, but not everyone has heard it, I'm sure.
Ice cream scooper at Cold Stone.
Glorious.
Ice cream. Where, by the way, to audition for the job, you had to sing. Remember?
Which I cannot do.
But you did. You stood up and sang. And so there was, I don't even know if they still do that, but there was always singing involved at Cold Stone Ice Cream.
Oh, I'm sure they do it for tips. I just don't know if that's how they...
Oh, you think they do, though, still?
I don't know if that's how they interview.
But they did, remember?
Mm-hmm.
They made you sing. Anyway, that was his first job.
Has Jordan ever cooked in his entire life?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
No, never. I don't think.
Nope.
I did teach you how to cook pasta.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
But you did cook pasta
I don't do it too often.
No, once he cooked pasta.
I think I cooked orange chicken once when you were mad at me or something.
Really?
You were like, you have to do your own thing.
Wow.
I was like, I want orange chicken.
Wow.
You're like, all right, do it yourself.
Do you think you know how today?
Yeah, you pour it in a pan and then you flip it over so on and so forth. And then you pour the... I don't really get the orange chicken. I mostly order food for delivery.
I would expect that.
Are you shy of telling people what your son does for work?
No, not at all. And I don't, as contrary to what you think, I don't walk around telling people what you do.
Well, no, it's so odd because sometimes you'll be like, hey...
People always ask. People talk about their kids. They go, what does your son do? And then I tell them, and I'm not shy in the least. No.
Yeah.
I'm really proud telling people what you do.
Are you subscribed to my channel on YouTube?
Can I tell the truth?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Thank goodness.
Because
Thank goodness.
CaptainSparklez won't let me.
That's not why. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
you told me not to.
Oh, I said yes. I recommend that you don't. I can't enforce that.
No, I know you can't, but like I respect what your wishes are. So no, I'm not. Sorry, guys.
Thank you.
Are you giving me license to subscribe?
No, please don't.
Okay.
I mean,
I could
subscribe
still
or not,
go
the videos would show. I know.
I could still go on your channel, but Jordan doesn't like me to watch his channel. Isn't that weird? I'm his mother.
I don't even like to watch my own videos
mother,
myself.
and I'm not supposed to watch.
Because it's weird.
So I don't really know much.
All right. Well, that's it for the question answer session. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions on Twitter. You can also follow me if you want. It's CaptainSparklez. It's always linked below the videos. And then maybe you'll be able to ask next time around. But thank you, Mom, for answering stuff.
Thank you for having me. And
of
thank
course.
you guys.
Appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.